The accuser in the Sean Combs federal indictment says that P. Diddy used a knife along with liquid formula that wasn't baby oil to sexually aid her. Also, P. Diddy's mom has finally spoke out. But before I get into this demonstration, let me read my copyright disclaimer. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, scholarship, and research. What that means is that everything that you hear in this demonstration is for entertainment and educational purposes only. Everything that you hear in this video that I call a demonstration is only the opinions of mine and others. Everything that you hear in this demonstration is allegedly. It's only allegedly. Salute to the replay gang. Salute Leslie. Salute to my moderators. Salute to the whole Rock Squad. Give me a few minutes and we will begin with this demonstration. All right. Salute, Marie. And if I could get everybody to throw up some prayer hands for Maria. Maria is not feeling too well. So if I could get everybody to throw up some prayer hands for Maria. All right, let's get into this demonstration. So Ariel Mitchell Kidd, one of the accusers, lawyers, is in the case against Sean Diddy Combs, has revealed that the now disgraced mogul allegedly threatened one of the victims with a knife before using a liquid substance that was some type of lubricant or oil on her. He then allegedly sexually assaulted her, the lawyer said on Bangfield on October the 7th. Now, a few days ago, it was revealed exactly what the liquid that was in the baby oil bottles actually contained. Make sure y'all go back to that demonstration that I done where I broke it down to what was found in those 1,000 bottles of baby oil. Says Mitchell Kidd also claims the rapper's bodyguard and friend assaulted her client. Her client was lured to the mogul's home who set up this whole situation. Diddy was arrested last month on charges involving sexual misconduct. The details are graphic and the complaint lays out all of the details. She was finally able to get away after the gruesome attack. So it was a graphic. The details on what took place were graphic. She also revealed that body oils act as a great conduit to administer the drug GHB during such instances. And this is what I broke down. This is what I revealed to everyone, what was actually found in those bottles of baby oil. So allegedly, and I'm going to continue to say allegedly for right now, the drug GHB is what was in those 1,000 bottles of baby oil. It goes on to say, Ariel Mitchell reveals she has footage of Diddy in compromising positions. Wow. So the attorney claims that she has seen the actual footage. She goes on to say, the lawyer also revealed that 2 major networks are engaging in a bidding competition to get their hands on one of the adult tapes that shows Diddy with a younger celebrity. She claims to possess 3 such tapes of the mogul with 3 A-list celebrities captured during one of the rapper's infamous freak-off parties. She told host Laura Ingle during the episode. So allegedly, well, I'm not even going to say allegedly because it's in black and white. 2 major networks are engaging in a bidding competition to get their hands on one of the adult tapes that shows Diddy with a younger celebrity. Salute, Yolanda. Any ideas on whom you all may feel that this younger celebrity may be? So there's a tape. There's a tape that shows Diddy with a younger celebrity. It doesn't say exactly how young. It doesn't say if they are teenagers, if it's a minor, but it does state that this celebrity happens to be a younger celebrity. And then it also claims that 3 such tapes with 3 A-list celebrities captured during one of the rapper's infamous freak-off parties. Salute, Doctor. Salute, Dr. Noka. The individuals who contacted me purported to have 3 different tapes with 3 different celebrities, including Diddy, and then a 4th celebrity without Diddy, but in a compromising situation with someone. However, she noted that she has not seen some of the clips. She continued, I can't attest to whether or not they exist or not. I just was told initially that they own this treasure trove of videos. So I have to believe that there are a lot of celebrities who know what they did. We go back to the raid on Baby Oil Man's homes by Homeland Security. They confiscated the tapes. And when we listen to Suge Knight said it. It's not so much of P. Diddy, even though it is, but there are people, there are celebrities, there are high-profile politicians, high-profile CEOs, high-profile pastors. There are high-profile individuals on those tapes. Now, was they confiscating the tapes to try to protect some of those high-profile individuals? What do y'all think? What do y'all think? It says, while the names of these celebrities have yet to come out, a Department of Homeland Security personnel reportedly corroborated the lawyer's claims. Now, this is the Department of Homeland Security personnel that's co-signing the lawyer's claims, meaning there's some truth to it. There are recognizable names and the footage were obtained, but I won't confirm any of their identities. But it's more than just that one. It goes on to say one of the celebrities is horrified that the footage is in circulation. I bet they are. I'm sure they are horrified. According to the Hollywood Reporter, one of the male A-list celebrities in the tapes is horrified that the footage has come to light, an insider said. It's triggering. It feels like a betrayal and a violation, and it's causing a lot of issues. It brings up some really disturbing and bad memories. It's a total nightmare. He feels like he was victimized years ago and is now being victimized yet again. If this footage gets out, it will follow him for life. It will be on the internet forever. Wow. Wow. It says, the source continued, there's not much he can do about it. If there was a video taken without his knowledge, that somehow gets out. So all he can do is pray. He's praying that this all goes away. The outlet also reported that the faces of both Diddy and the celebrity are visible, and they are refusing to name the latter, as it's unclear if he was a victim or an adult at the time of the footage. Another officer with the Department of Homeland Security also verified the authenticity of the footage, the outlet reported. Wow. According to News Nation's Ariel Mitchell Kidd and her client will file their complaint against Diddy later this week. According to her website, Mitchell is a skilled civil litigation advocate who focuses on high-profile cases. Good question. Good question. Exactly what were they doing? But let's chop up this for a second, y'all. Let's chop it up. Let's chop it up. It says, the outlet also reported that the faces of both Diddy and the celebrity are visible. So they definitely know is Baby Oil Man, and they definitely know the identity of this celebrity. So that's known facts. However, they don't know whether or not the male celebrity was a victim. They don't know at the time, was this individual an adult? They don't know. They're not sure. But one thing's for sure, that Baby Oil Man definitely is performing sexual acts with this celebrity in this footage. Don't know if he's the bottom. Don't know if he's the top. However, Baby Oil Man is definitely performing sexual acts. Now, You all know I like to focus on facts. I like to focus on what's in black and white. Every now and then I will reach, but in this case, these aren't, this situation isn't something that we are assuming. There's a video, there's footage. It's footage. Nobody can dispute the footage. And according to the attorney, both faces are visible. Baby oil man and a celebrity. The celebrity happens to be a male. Now, I'm curious to find out exactly how Baby Oil Man's mom is going to try to justify this, because we're going to be getting into Baby Oil's mom, her response to all of this. So I'm curious. Like I said, it's one thing if it's he say or she say. We all have been in that situation. We all have been falsely accused of something that we just didn't do. We all have been the victim of she say, he say. He said this about you. She said that about you. But when it plays out, neither what he said nor she said was true. We all been down there. However, this ain't a case of he say, she say. This ain't a case of someone or some people assuming something. This is a clear case of video footage of Baby Oil Man and a male celebrity performing sexual acts. Once again, it's unclear if the male celebrity was a victim or not. The male celebrity might have willingly participated in it. Now, if the male has willingly participated in it, you can't hold Baby Oil Man accountable of doing anything wrong. You just can't. Now, if the male celebrity was a willing participant, however, they were underage, then I believe it's a charge called Sagittarius rape, Sagittarial rape. Y'all can correct me if I'm wrong. And Sagittarial rape is when an adult has sexual relations with a minor. So he could be charged with that. But if this male celebrity was a willing participant, and if this male celebrity agreed, even if it was drugs involved, if the male celebrity chose to indulge in the drugs, then Baby Oil Man can't be held accountable. Now we're going to go on and move on to what his mom has to say about the Baby Oil Man. Salute to the chat. Precious Jones, Tori, salute. Positive vibes. Salute to the chat. Please, please refrain from any profanity. Please listen to my moderators. I have no control over the chat. That's what my moderators are for. So if you do something against my moderators have the right to time you out for as however long they want to time you out for. My moderators have the right to block you. So please be respectful to me and my moderators. It's a reason why my moderators are telling you not to use profanity. Dress it up for the S word. You say ish. for any of the words. Just use the first letter. Dress it up. Please, once again, please listen to my moderators. This is an open platform. Everyone is welcome, and everyone's opinions and perspectives is welcome over here. Just please respect the platform. So Diddy's mom reacts to rapper's sex trafficking arrest, devastated and profoundly saddened by the allegations. That's her son. That's her son. She has a right to feel a certain way about her son. However, if her son is wrong, if her son is guilty, if her son has become a monster, is it okay? Is it okay for her to defend him? Is it okay for her to make excuses? See, that's my whole thing. It's one thing to stand by your child. It's one thing to stand by your son. However, if your son is wrong, it's not okay to make excuses. So Sean Diddy Combs' mother, Janice Combs, broke her silence after her son's arrest for sex trafficking and racketeering. In a statement shared Sunday by her lawyer, Natalie G. Figures, Janice said that the 54-year-old rapper is innocent of the sexual abuse allegations and is not a monster. All right, so she's saying that her son is innocent. She's claiming that her son is innocent of sexual abuse allegations, and she's claiming that her son is not a monster. She says, I come to you today as a mother that is devastated and profoundly saddened by the allegations made against my son, Sean Combs. It is heartbreaking to see my son judged not for the truth, but for a narrative created out of lies, Janice said. Now, let me just add my 2 cents on this. Your son happens to be an adult. Your son is not a little boy, not a little child. Your son is an adult. And according to that video of him attacking Cassie, that looks like a monster. So I'm only basing things off of what we know. I'm only basing things off of what we see, what has been presented to us. Any and everybody can look at that video. That's a monster on that video. It's a monster. Let's call a spade a spade. You might say, but Shank, we don't know what happened before the video. Shank, we don't know what Cassie done to Baby Oil Man. Let me say this. Unless he was defending his life, the only time a man, the only time a boy, the only time a male with male parts can put their hands on a woman as if it's self-defense, as if the woman is attacking him, if the woman has some kind of weapon, if the woman is twice his size and the woman is slinging him around and pounding on him, then it's understandable if you see a man putting his hands on a woman. He's defending himself. However, when you look at that video, we saw a woman in a vulnerable position, a woman that was helpless. We saw the video. Not only did Baby Oil Man hit her and kick her, he threw flowers, he threw a vase, he threw objects at her. Not only that, he dragged her. He prevented her from leaving against her will. You cannot dress that video up. Okay, some of the other accusations, okay, I'm like, not sure about it. However, what I saw on that video, that shouldn't have never happened. Let me ask any of you this question. How would you feel if Cassie was your mother? How would you feel if Cassie was your daughter? How would you feel if Cassie was your sister? How would you feel? Let's just keep it a buck. Let's nip this in the bud when it comes to the video. We can nip the video in the bud real quick. If she was your daughter, if she was your mother, if she was your sister, how would you feel to see a grown man twice her size kicking her, hitting her, throwing objects at her, dragging her, and holding her against her will? It was wrong. From one man to another man, it was wrong. Nothing that a female should do to you as a man that should permit you to do what we saw Baby Oil Man doing to Cassie on that tape. You can't dress that up. All right, let's continue because there's more from Baby Oil Man's mom. She says, my son is not the monster they have painted him to be. I don't think that anybody painted your son to be a monster. I think your son showed the behavior on that video of a monster. So I don't think anybody had to paint this picture of him. I don't think anybody had to try at all. I don't think it's anybody that's trying to make Baby Oil Man look like a monster. I think it's his actions. I think it's what we saw coming from Baby Oil Man himself that makes us feel like he's a monster. She says, and he deserves the chance to tell his side. Okay, let's break that down. Didn't he tell his side? Didn't he tell his side when he done the apology video? I mean, see, once again, when it comes to certain things in this case, it's a nip it in the bud. It's a closed case. Some of it, you had to say, all right, you got to prove to me. You got to show me. But in this case, it tells it all. Let me just go back. My son is not the monster they have painted him to be. They didn't paint him to be a monster. He showed us the monster that he is on the video. And he deserves the chance to tell his side. He already told his side. He said he apologized. He said he was in a dark place. He said that shouldn't have never happened. He told his side. She says, I can only pray that I am alive to see him speak his truth and be that vindicated. She continued. Janice explained that Diddy, who has been denied bail twice since his September the 16th arrest, as he remains behind bars in Brooklyn. isn't perfect, and note that he's made mistakes in his past. And that's fine. That's fine. Let's chop it up about this right here. All right. She says, he isn't perfect. We get that. None of us are perfect. We get that. And maybe it was a mistake of what he done to Cassie on the tape. She says, and noted that he's made mistakes in his past. We've all made mistakes. However, some mistakes is more costly than other mistakes. Meaning some mistakes might only cost you a slap on the wrist. Some mistakes may cost you probation. Some mistakes may cost you fines that you have to pay, restitution to the victim that you have to pay. Some mistakes may cost you just a lecture. You might have to have a lecture on your mistakes. You have to have counseling for the mistake. We're not saying that people don't make mistakes. However, some mistakes will cost you your life. Some mistakes will cost you your freedom. And when it comes to costing you your freedom, the mistakes that may have the mistake that may have cost you your freedom, it may cost you a short period of jail time. However, some mistakes may cost you a long sentence in prison. It just depends on the mistake. Look at the mistake. Should he be given a slap on the wrist? Because you have to take into consideration the feelings of the victim. There's a victim that's involved in this. Who's the victim? The victim is Cassie. So regardless of what we may feel, I may feel that 10 years is a long enough prison sentence for the crime. Salute Capricorn Chronicles, salute Miss Parker. But who am I? Am I the victim in this? See, that's when you got to go to the victim. Now, if the victim say, look, I just asked for an apology. I will forgive him. I'm not recommending no prison time. I'm not even recommending no jail time. I recommend probation. For me, that's good enough. It's the victim. The victim is the one that suffered the trauma. The victim is the one that suffered the pain. The victim is the one that has to spend the remaining of he or she life struggling with the mental as well as the physical abuse. So whatever the victim recommends, hey, that's what I'm for. But for any of us to feel like we should determine the fate, for any of us to feel like he should go to jail this long, that long. It's okay for us to, weigh on the amount of time, but I believe that the victim is the one that has the final say so. Salute to the chat. I see y'all. I will come to the chat and I will read y'all comments. Just please give me a moment. I'm almost finished with the demonstration. She says, my son may not have been entirely truthful. We know that about certain things, such as denying he has ever gotten violent with an ex-girlfriend when the hotel surveillance shows otherwise. She went on, referring to the 2016 footage published earlier this year showing Diddy physically assaulting then girlfriend Cassie Ventura in a hotel. And guess what, you all? If we would have never saw that video footage, guess what? He would still be denying it and she would still be co-signing for him. The only reason why, in my opinion, he made the apology video, because remember, before the video was showed, he stuck to his guns, claiming he didn't do anything wrong when it came to Cassie. If we didn't see that video, to this day, he still would be claiming he done nothing wrong by her. My son may not have been entirely truthful about certain things. Come on. Come on. I know that's your son, but your son is not a little boy that stole candy out of the grocery store. I know that's your son, but your son is not a little boy that threw water on a little girl trying to get her attention because he likes her. Your son is a grown man. Your son was a grown man at the time of the incident in that video from 2016 that we saw him brutally attacking Cassie Ventura. 2016 was 8 years ago. He's 54 today. 8 minus from 54 leaves 46. If I'm wrong, somebody correct me. So at the time, he was 46 years old. He knew exactly what he was doing. He tried to bribe the security company to make this video go away. Your son is not a little boy. She says before the video came out, Diddy denied Ventura's accusations of sexually assault and settled a lawsuit that she filed against him in one day. He later apologized for his behavior. After the video leaked, though, he didn't acknowledge Ventura, 38 by name. Exactly. Janice's statement continued. Sometimes the truth and a lie become so closely intertwined that it becomes terrifying to admit one part of the story, especially when that truth is outside the norm or is too complicated to be believed. This is why I believe my son's civil legal team opt to settle the ex-girlfriend's lawsuit instead of contesting it until the end, resulting in a ricochet effect as the federal government used this decision against my son by interpreting it as an admission of guilt. Let's call a spade a spade. Your son settled out of court less than 24 hours for $30 million. Don't make me get on one on this demonstration, because I will. Not being entirely straightforward about one issue does not mean my son is guilty of the repulsive allegations and the grave charges leveled against him. Janice continued. Many individuals who were wrongly convicted and later exonerated had their freedom taken from them not because they were guilty of the crimes they were accused of, but because they didn't fit the image of what this society considers to be a good person. History has showed us how individuals can be wrongfully convicted due to their past actions or mistakes. It is truly agonizing to watch the world turn against my son so quickly and easily over lies and misconceptions without ever hearing his side or affording him the opportunity to present his side, she added. Janice blasted Diddy's accusers for being motivated by financial gain and not just justice. She also blamed the federal government for using these lies to prosecute my son. This injustice has been unbearable for our family, Janice went on. The worst part of this ordeal is watching my beloved son be stripped of his dignity, not for what he did, but for what people choose to believe about him. Let me jump to the chat and take some comments, and then we will get out of here. I appreciate everybody for pulling up. Salute, salute, salute. Carmel says Michael Jackson settled too. Carmel says she's right because we must remember innocent until proven guilty. James says since 1991, he's been bad news. Diddy has ruined artists' careers everywhere, and everything he touches goes bad. Carmel says they just don't want to go through all that. Salute Tammy. Tammy says, lady, be quiet. Tammy says, madam, they have evidence. That's facts. Modal Culture, salute. I see everybody. Modal Culture says, a mistake is making a wrong turn at the light. What her son did was more than a mistake. He mistakenly was mistaken and made a mistake that'll cause him to lose what's at stake, his life. Tammy says he threats his mother like trash, so why would we listen to anything she's talking about? Capricorn says his mom is not innocent. She also has the masters of some of his bad, hot artists as a musical family. She knows that's wrong. Mo Occulture says, I bet Cassidy's family felt the same when Diddy was stripping Cassidy of her dignity. Carmel says, that's why we must wait until trial for both sides present the evidence. I appreciate all of y'all comments. Once again, what I'm holding Baby Oil Man accountable for at this present time, I'm holding him accountable for the abuse that he done to Cassie. Salute Taylor XO. Salute. Appreciate you for pulling up. You cannot get around what we see and what we saw from the video where he attacked her, and then he made an apology video, although he didn't mention her name, but he did mention his actions on a video. What video are you talking about? Tammy says he's going to hell or jail, pick one. And that's what we're saying to his mother. He's still trying to not to deny what we see. If that video was sincere, why not just come out and say, look, I want to apologize to Cassie Ventura for my actions, for what I done to her. See, that's the first step of forgiving. That's the first step of making a wrong into a right. You have to come clean. You have to be honest with yourself first. That's first. Tammy says, Shank, have you seen the reel going around? Yes, I've seen it. Taylor XO says that's sick and a slap in the face to all victims. Caramel says it's people's right, get beat up daily, but want to tell it and stay with the man. Capricorn Chronicle says Cat Williams said it best. It's God's side and it's the other side, and we don't care nothing about the other side. Taylor XO says if he wants to see daylight again, he better start giving some sympathy. Tammy says, agreed. And that's what does it for me. And I believe what does it for everyone else. Where's the sympathy? Where's the compassion? Where is it at? There are victims in this. We know for sure by the federal indictment that there is a victim number one. We know by the video of Cassie being abused by him, we know that she is the victim one in the indictment. Cassie Even though she's not named, you don't see the name, but victim one is Cassie. Can't get around that. Now, some of the other things, some of the other allegations and accusations, okay. I'm with most of you. I'm with some of you when you say we got to let this play out. We got to see. This has to be proven that he done this. I'm with that. But the only thing that I'm with no one on, unless they agree with me, is that video. Now, you got the right to disagree with me about that video. That's fine. I'm never going to say that you have to agree with me. However, I know what I saw. I saw a grown man attacking a woman, and no woman deserves to be beaten. No woman deserves to be dragged. No woman deserves to be held against her will by no man, not even her father. I appreciate everybody for pulling up. Make sure y'all pull back up at 5 p.m. I have a demonstration at 5 p.m. about the black Trump supporter that was attacked in Michigan at a Trump rally by 2 white Trump supporters. Also at 7 p.m., make sure y'all pull up on the Still Swinging podcast. Tommy has a demonstration about Cardi B cheating on Offset while she was pregnant. So make sure y'all pull back up at 5 p.m. for my demonstration about the black Trump supporter that was attacked by 2 white Trump supporters. And then pull back up at 7 p.m. on the Still Swinging podcast. Salute. I appreciate everybody for pulling up. Thank you for pulling up Spoken Facts and everybody else. I'll see y'all back at 5 p.m. I'll see y'all in the comment section. Make sure y'all join me in the comment section of this demonstration. Salute, everybody.